Good evening to one and all. Today me and my group members are going to speak about pharma sector. India is the largest provider of generic drugs globally. Indian pharmaceutical sector supplies over 50% of global demand for various vaccines, 40% of generic demand in the US and 25% of all medicine in the UK. India ranks third in terms of pharmaceutical production by volume and 14th by value. India enjoys an important position in the global pharmaceutical sector. The country also has a large pool of scientists and engineers with the potential to steer the industry ahead to greater heights. The pharmaceutical industry discovers, develops, produces, and markets drugs on pharmaceutical drugs for use as medications to be administered to patients with the aim to cure them, vaccinate them, or alleviate the symptoms. Thank you. Now, my group mate Pankaj is going to speak about SWOT analysis of pharma sector.
Hi, I am Pankaj Sharma and today I am going to talk about the SWOT analysis of pharmaceutical industries. So let me talk about the strength. So it has low operating overhead, it has high return on investment, it has laboratory equipment, it has experienced research staff to deal with the situation. And let me talk about now the weakness. So weaknesses are like high risk business model. If there is highly risk in this business, then distinguished board of directors, then outdated medical equipment, whatever the equipment they have, it is already outdated, which is not in proper use. Then poor branding, low staff morale, diseconomies of scale, and they have certain opportunities like published research, increase in health conscious consumers due to this pandemic, and increased demand of pharmaceutical products, that is also due to pandemic. You can see then COVID-19, two companies are making the vaccine, and due to that pharmaceutical industries are playing very vital role. And there is like changes in food and drug administration, like there was so many rules to avoid any kind of drugs, but now they had made it very easy. Then it has certain threats like government regulations. Still, even though they are like able to make the drugs, but they have to go so many government inspections to pass that vaccine. Then comes declining economies, as the economy is declining day by day due to certain things like pandemic or any other thing. Then decrease in global population, due to this like pandemic things, there was a decrease in the population, which is directly affecting the pharmaceutical industry. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Sumit Anand and I'm going to give a financial analysis on pharmaceutical sector. India ranks third worldwide for pharmaceutical production by volume and 14th by value. The Indian pharmaceutical sector contributes about 2% to India's GDP and around 8% to country's total merchandise export. And this sector has exhibited resilience to many economical shocks, and this can be substantiated by India's more than 18% growth in export of pharmaceutical during 2020 and 21, a pandemic hit year when a global output and trade contracted. Even during the global 2008 recession, the Asian pharmaceutical market was least affected, with the Indian counterpart have negligible impact. The Minister of Commerce and report had a report that drugs and pharmaceuticals is one of the only two commodity groups which registered a positive growth in 2019 and 20 both. And pharmaceutical export market turnover was US dollar 24.4 billion in 2020 and 21, that witnessed 18% of growth. And now India's domestic pharmaceutical market is estimated at US dollar 41 growth in 2024 in future, and further expected to reach 130 billion dollar by 2030. As a Sun Pharma in India, who has a weightage of around 60% in whole Nifty Pharma, has the capital turnover ratio, research capital turnover ratio decreased post pandemic that was from 13.45% to 18.15%, because there was a huge cost incurred on research and development on making of COVID vaccine. The profitability of okay, the profitability of the sector improved from 2017 till the pandemic, as it was minus 0.29% to it came to positive 25.62%. Then a slight downfall occurred thereafter. The liquidity improved in past 5 years, but still a little low, and debt coverage ratio is outperforming, as there are small debts in companies. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my topic is pista analysis in pharmaceutical industries. As we all know that pharmaceutical industry is one of the emerging industry in today's era. So these type of analysis techniques or tools creates much more help and empower the pharmaceutical industries to formulate their strategies. Now, let's know what is pistol analysis. Pistol analysis is a framework or tool which is used by the marketers to monitor what are the macro environmental factors that will create a huge impact on the pharmaceutical industries and as well as in the, upon their organization. So, what are the let's know what are the macro environmental factors that will affect the organization. From the pistol name itself, we can clearly determine what are the factors which will be affecting our organization, such as political, economical, social, technological, environmental, as well as legal factors. And at the end, I just want to state one point that this is the one type of analytics techniques which the marketer used to do, but through pistol analytics we also used to do the SWOT analysis, which will create the huge impact on the organization, because it through SWOT analysis everyone in the organization and the board of directors can clearly make out what are their strength, weakness, what are their future opportunities and further threats. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, this is Rohit. Now I'm going to conclude about the pharmaceutical sector. Firstly, the main motto of the pharmaceutical sector is to serve the public, but then the first primary mission is to provide the profit generation and then profit to the net shareholders, and then it focuses on the effective marketing, which helps the companies to move forward to the missions. And the India Pharmaceutical Company is the fastest growing pharmaceutical company, where it's now competing with the other global pharmaceutical companies. By 2020, it almost reached 55 billion, which is now the sixth largest pharmaceutical sector. So hereby I conclude that every pharmaceutical company which are doing the clinical trials and all should be given the tax exemption, and every pharmaceutical company in India should follow the natural and herbal ways in order to cure the diseases, instead of following the modern science and all. So it might be helpful to the present generation. So that's all I wanted to conclude, and thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.